I see it all the time. And it breaks my heart. I look at your resume. It's incredible. You have the degrees. You have 10 years of experience. You have the technical skills. On paper, you are the perfect candidate. Then you get the interview. It's in English. And 10 minutes later, the interviewer knows they aren't going to hire you. Why? Because the moment you opened your mouth, you shrank. You sounded unsure. You sounded weak. You gave short, robotic answers. When they asked about your achievements, you said, "we," instead of "I," because you didn't want to sound arrogant. And guess what happened? The job went to a native speaker who has half your experience and half your brain power, but who knows how to talk about themselves with confidence. You aren't losing these jobs because your English grammar is bad. You are losing because you don't know how to play the game of Western self-promotion. I'm Tom, and welcome back to English Adventure. Today, we are talking about money. Your money. We are going to fix the way you interview in English. Many of you come from cultures where humility is a virtue, where bragging about yourself is rude. Listen to me. In a Western job interview, humility is death. If you don't tell them how great you are, nobody else will. Today, I'm going to teach you how to stop begging for a job and start selling your value. Part 1. The Mindset Shift, the Consultant Frame. Before we talk about vocabulary, we have to fix your brain. Right now, you walk into that interview room or Zoom call with the mindset of a subordinate. You think, they have the power. They have the money. I hope they like me. I hope I don't make a mistake. Please give me a chance. This mindset makes you sound desperate and weak in English. Your voice goes up at the end of sentences, upspeak, making statements sound like questions. You use weak words like, I tried to, or I was responsible for. You need to shift to the consultant mindset. A consultant doesn't beg. A consultant solves problems. Your mindset should be, this company has a problem. That problem is expensive. I have the skills to solve that problem. We are here to discuss if my solution fits their needs. We are equals. When you think like an equal, your English changes automatically. You stop apologizing. You stop rambling. You speak with downward inflection. Statements sound like facts, not questions. Stop acting like you need them. Start acting like they need you. Part 2. The Tell me about yourself trap. This is the first question, and it is where 80% of non-native speakers immediately fail. Interviewer. So tell me a little about yourself. You panic. You start giving a chronological history of your life. Well, I was born in 1990. Then I went to university in Madrid and studied biology. Then I got my first job as a junior assistant. Stop. They don't care. They are bored already. This is not an invitation to tell your life story. This is an invitation to give your elevator pitch. You need a structured, 90-second commercial for brand you. Use the present, past, future formula. The present, the hook, who are you right now, in one powerful sentence? Don't say, I am currently working as a marketing manager. Boring. Say, I am a digital marketing strategist specializing in high-growth B2B campaigns in the tech sector. Powerful. The past, the proof, 2 to 3 major highlights that prove you are good at what you just said. Don't list duties, list achievements. Don't say, in my last job I ran Facebook ads. Say, over the last 5 years, I have managed a $2 million annual ad spend, and in my most recent role, I increased lead generation by 40% within 6 months. The future, the alignment, why are you here right now? Say, but I've hit a ceiling in my current role, and I'm looking to bring that expertise to a global organization like yours that is ready to scale aggressively. Boom. 90 seconds. Present competence, past proof, future ambition. You have framed the entire interview on your terms. Part 3. The STAR method on steroids, behavioral questions. Now come the hard questions. The behavioral questions. Tell me about a time you failed. Give me an example of how you handle conflict. Describe a complex project you led. Most learners ramble. They get lost in the details of the story and forget the point. You must use the STAR method. You've probably heard of it, but most people do it wrong. Situation, context. Task, what needed to be done. Action, what you did, the most important part. Result, the happy ending with numbers. Here is where non-natives mess up in English. The action section. You are too humble. You use passive language. We decided to change the software. And then the team worked together to implement it. Who did what? It sounds like you were just watching. You need to use power verbs. You need to take total ownership of the action. Instead of, I was responsible for. Use, I spearheaded. I initiated. I overhauled. I negotiated. I implemented. Let's look at a bad versus good STAR example for. Tell me about a time you showed leadership. The weak candidate, passive English. Well, S, our team was falling behind on a deadline. T, we needed to catch up. A, so we had some meetings and decided to work harder and reorganize things a bit. R, and we finished on time. Verdict, weak. Who led? What actually happened? No numbers. The strong candidate, power English. S, last year, our primary software development project fell 4 weeks behind schedule due to scope creep. T, it was clear we would miss the launch date if we didn't drastically change our approach. A, I initiated an emergency audit of the workflow, identified 3 major bottlenecks, and convincingly proposed a shift to a more agile methodology to senior management. I then reassigned key roles based on individual strengths. R, as a result, we not only recovered the 4 lost weeks, but launched the product 3 days early, saving the company an estimated $50,000 in late penalties. Do you see the difference? The second one feels arrogant to some cultures. To a Western hiring manager, it sounds like competency. Part 4. The weakness. Question, the art of the humble brag. What is your biggest weakness? This question terrifies everyone. Learners usually fall into 2 traps. The honest suicides. They tell a real, damaging weakness. Sometimes I am lazy and miss deadlines. You just got rejected. Goodbye. The fake perfectionists. They give a strength disguised as a weakness. I am too much of a perfectionist. Or, I work too hard. The interviewer wants to vomit. They know you are lying. You need the real weakness with a fix. Strategy. Choose a real weakness that is not critical to the job you are applying for. Then, immediately pivot to how you are actively fixing it. Example. You are applying for a creative graphic design role. Good weakness. My biggest weakness is definitely public speaking or presenting data to large groups. I tend to get nervous and lose my train of thought. This is okay, because graphic designers don't need to do this often. The fix. However, I realized this was holding me back professionally, so 6 months ago, I joined a local Toastmasters club to practice public speaking every week. I'm still not perfect at it, but I'm much more confident than I used to be. You have just shown self-awareness and a proactive growth mindset. That is what they are looking for. Part 5. The vibe check, confidence and intonation. Finally, we need to talk about how you sound. When you are nervous in English, your pitch gets higher, you speak faster, and you use upspeak, ending every sentence with a rising question tone. I managed a team of 5 people, and we increased sales by 10%. This sounds incredibly insecure. It signals to the interviewer, I don't believe what I am saying, do you? You must practice downward inflection. At the end of a statement, your voice should go down. A period counts as a drop in pitch. I managed a team of 5 people. Drop. We increased sales by 10%. Drop. This sounds authoritative. It sounds factual. Before you answer a tough question, take a breath. Slow down. Lower your pitch. Don't rush to fill the silence. A confident pause is better than nervous rambling. The final challenge. Listen to me. The job interview is a performance. It is theater. It is not the time to be humble. It is not the time to be shy. It is the time to put on the costume of the confident, competent expert and play the role. If you have the skills, you deserve the job. Don't let your cultural programming or your fear of English stop you from getting paid what you are worth. Stop practicing interview answers in your head. It doesn't work. Record yourself on your phone. Listen to your voice. Are you using power verbs? Is your inflection going down? Are you telling a compelling star story? Prepare your stories. Know your value. And walk into that room like an equal, not a beggar. If you are ready to stop losing jobs to less qualified people and start acing the interview, hit the like button. Subscribe to English Adventure. It's time to get hired. I'm Tom. Sell yourself.